About says it all. What I did today. How cool is that? Put that on there for a screensaver. That's what I'm talking about. For today, now we're gonna need 2 of them. Just scrub them out. Who would ever have thought that a cocking mechanism for a Webster magneto would be living in that piece of metal? We're going to cut 2 of them out of that. Need 2. .60 series, 6 inches. Cross them jaws right there. That's a Morgan, Milwaukee. Just saying. Then that hole is drilled all the way that amount into your material. That point, I used a letter I drill bit. That's a clearance hole for a 5/16 24 thread, and that's the size of the hole in here. That thread in that thing right there that this goes on to went up in there, and that's a 5/16 24. So, but there's no threads for a 1/2 of an inch of that. When you go right there, see it went that far up in there. It's how far it goes. That's how deep that thread is. And it actually comes up, if you're looking at this right here, the thread actually, the 1/2 inch deep will come up, and you will have a 1/8 of an inch between the thread and where your hex starts right here. That area right there will have threads if you was looking at it cut across. But the reason for that undercut, that amount right there, is so that you have that extra amount. See, normally you would bottom out at the end of it, but with that undercut, you can adjust it all the way down to about, well, 1/2 an inch, that much. So, and the this arm rod does have a cotter hole in it to give you a place to lock this into position on the rod. So, looking at it again down like that right there, that the slot in here is 1/2 of an inch. This right here. I'm sorry, 1/8 of an inch. 1/8 of an inch drill bit. As noted right here, 1/8 of an inch slot. That's your gauge. But they did these on a milling machine with a flat cutter, because all of them, when you inspect them, you can see where they cut it across yonder. It was mounted in something that way, and whoop, right across there that cutter went. On all of them, you can see the track it took. So, but yeah, they were none of them that I've encountered has a hole as if you drilled it this way and then cut it out. It don't have a round bottom hole. That's what I'm saying. So, and once you get that and get the clearance in the end of it here, don't have any threads, and it's bigger than the shaft that goes up in there like that. At that point, you're finished with this whole end of it, as you have chamfered that end off right there quite bluntly, and it's always all the way to the hole. There's never no flat place there. So you I took it out the lathe and turned it around and put this part back in the lathe, chucked it up to the hex, and proceeded to turn, and I had cut it too close length off of the bar stock that I used. This way, I took it over and sawed it off extra length, and then put it in the lathe. And at that point, I faced it off to where I had 1/4 of an inch from my hex out to the end of it, and then turned it down to the 500,000th, 1/2 inch. Took it over to the milling machine, put it in the vise, has a V in the sideways like that to lock it in there, and then just mill the slot in it 1/8 of an inch size to the depth of your hex, your flat area. I'm here in Middle Tennessee. They say it's a geographical center of something. So, y'all leave a comment, pass it on. Thumbs up even. Everybody says it helps, you know what I mean? So if you don't care, give me a thumbs up or subscribe to the channel, and let's see if it makes any difference. You know what I mean? Kind of be a test, see if you can actually subscribe. I'm just saying.